Welcome back to Classic 360. Today, we're looking at the beloved cast of GoldenEye, then and now. Back in 1995, the world had waited 6 long years for a new James Bond film. Pierce Brosnan stepped into the role at 42 with effortless charm, quiet confidence, and that signature smile that instantly won hearts. His Bond was modern yet timeless, blending sophistication with genuine warmth, making every gadget, chase, and quiet moment feel exciting and deeply personal again. For many of us, he brought the spirit of 007 roaring back to life. In 2026, Pierce Brosnan is 73 years old. He continues to appear in thoughtful films and cherishes time with his family after a rich career. His performance as Bond remains one of the most cherished in the series, a gentle reminder of elegance under pressure, courage in the face of danger, and the simple joy of watching a hero we could believe in. That legacy still warms our memories today. In the golden era of 90s action cinema, Sean Bean delivered one of the most unforgettable betrayals in Bond history. As the former 006 turned rogue, he brought a brooding intensity and wounded pride that made the friendship turned rivalry feel painfully real. At 36, his voice and presence added layers of tragedy and menace, turning a classic villain into someone we almost understood, even as we rooted against him. In 2026, Sean Bean is 67. The actor remains a favorite in television and film, often playing complex characters with depth. His Alec Trevelyan endures as one of the most emotionally charged foes in the Bond saga, a poignant symbol of loyalty lost and the cost of betrayal. Whenever we revisit GoldenEye, his performance still stirs that mix of admiration and sorrow we felt back then. GoldenEye arrived at a time when strong, intelligent women were finally taking center stage in action films. Izabella Scorupco, at 25, gave us Natalia, the brave programmer whose courage and quick thinking matched Bond step for step. Her warmth, determination, and quiet vulnerability made her more than a sidekick. She became the heart of the story, someone we genuinely cared about and cheered for through every narrow escape. In 2026, Izabella Scorupco is 56 years old. She has stepped back from the spotlight to focus on family and occasional projects close to her heart. Natalia remains a beloved figure, a reminder that strength and kindness can coexist, and that even in a world of spies and explosions, human connection matters most. Her spirit still lingers fondly in our memories of that exciting adventure. The 90s brought villains with flair, and Famke Janssen created one of the most striking. At 30, she played Xenia Onatopp with lethal grace, dark sensuality, and a wicked sense of fun that made every scene electric. Her physical power and unapologetic menace turned a simple henchwoman into an iconic threat, the kind of adversary who left audiences both thrilled and a little unnerved in the best possible way. In 2026, Famke Janssen is 61. She continues to impress in dramatic roles across film and television. Xenia Onatopp lives on as one of the most memorable Bond villains, a bold mix of danger and charisma that still makes us smile when we think of those wild, over-the-top moments. Her performance reminds us how much fun a great antagonist can bring to a classic spy tale. 1995 marked a turning point when Judi Dench took over as M. At 60, she brought sharp authority, dry wit, and unflinching strength to the head of MI6. No longer just a background figure, her M was a formidable presence who commanded respect from Bond himself, adding fresh depth and realism to the series, while honoring its traditions with quiet dignity. In 2026, Judi Dench is 91 years old. Dame Judi remains an inspiration, still gracing screens with her remarkable talent when she chooses. Her M redefined the role for a generation, becoming a symbol of intelligence, resilience, and grace under pressure. That powerful presence continues to echo in every Bond film that followed, a lasting gift to fans who grew up admiring her. For decades, Desmond Llewelyn was the gentle genius behind the gadgets that made Bond unstoppable.
In GoldenEye, at 81, he delivered his familiar mix of impatience and affection, treating 007 like a mischievous pupil who never quite learns. His warmth and dry humor turned technical briefings into moments of delight, reminding us why Q was always one of the most cherished parts of the Bond family. Desmond Llewelyn passed away in 1999 at the age of 85, following a tragic car accident. His long run as Q spanned 17 films and countless fond memories. The character he created endures as the wise, slightly exasperated inventor whose inventions and gentle scolding still bring comfort and laughter whenever we return to those classic adventures. In the lively world of post-Cold War espionage, Robbie Coltrane brought a touch of wry humor and streetwise charm to GoldenEye. As the Russian gangster Zhukovsky, at 45, he delivered lines with perfect timing and a twinkle in his eye, making even the shadiest deals feel oddly endearing. His larger-than-life presence added warmth and wit to the film, turning a minor role into one we always looked forward to seeing again. Robbie Coltrane passed away in 2022 at the age of 72 after multiple organ failure. His unforgettable performances, especially as the gentle giant Hagrid and the sly Zhukovsky, left a deep mark on fans worldwide. Valentin Zhukovsky remains a delightful reminder of how humor and humanity can shine, even in the shadows of a spy story, keeping his spirit alive in our fondest memories of GoldenEye. GoldenEye gave us a glimpse of the old-school American ally in Joe Don Baker's Jack Wade. At 59, he played the laid-back CIA contact with gruff honesty and a no-nonsense attitude that felt reassuringly familiar. His easygoing banter with Bond brought a sense of camaraderie and trust, reminding us that even in a high-stakes world, a reliable friend could still offer a cigar and a bit of straightforward advice. In 2026, Joe Don Baker is 90 years old. He has stepped away from the screen to enjoy a quieter life after decades of memorable tough guy roles. Jack Wade endures as a comforting figure in the Bond universe, a symbol of steadfast loyalty and simple decency that still warms our hearts when we revisit those tense yet friendly exchanges from 1995. The 90s loved quirky villains, and Alan Cumming created a truly memorable one in Boris Krushenko. At 30, he infused the arrogant hacker with manic energy, thick accent, and gleeful mischief that made him both infuriating and oddly entertaining. His performance turned a technical side character into a standout. Someone whose "I am invincible" still echoes with that perfect mix of menace and dark comedy. In 2026, Alan Cumming is 61. He remains a versatile talent on stage and screen, always bringing intelligence and flair to his work. Boris Krushenko lives on as one of the most quotable and vividly realized villains in Bond history, a cheeky reminder that even the smallest roles can leave a lasting impression when delivered with such bold personality and wicked charm. In the tense atmosphere of GoldenEye, Gottfried John portrayed General Aramov with cold authority and simmering rage. At 53, he gave the treacherous Soviet officer a chilling presence, every glance and clipped word dripping with betrayal and ambition. His performance added real weight to the story's themes of loyalty and corruption, making Aramov feel like a genuine threat rather than just another uniform. Gottfried John passed away in 2014 at the age of 72, following a battle with cancer. His distinguished career included many powerful roles, but Aramov stands out as a stark portrait of fallen ideals and ruthless power. The general's icy demeanor and tragic end still resonate, serving as a quiet warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition that we remember with respect every time we watch. GoldenEye featured subtle layers of intrigue, and Tchéky Karyo brought quiet intensity to both Dmitry Valentin and the defense minister Mishkin. At 42, his understated menace and sharp intelligence made the double-dealing politician feel dangerously believable. In every scene, he conveyed a man torn between duty and self-preservation, adding depth and realism to the political shadows that surrounded Bond's mission. In 2026, Tchéky Karyo is 73 years old. The French actor continues to take on thoughtful roles in European cinema. His work as Mishkin remains a fine example of restrained villainy, a character whose quiet calculations and eventual downfall still carry emotional weight. He reminds us how powerful subtlety can be in storytelling, leaving a lasting impression in our memories of that classic Bond era. GoldenEye opened with a memorable touch of elegance in the casino scene, where Minnie Driver sang a haunting melody as Irina. At 25, her brief but striking appearance brought a moment of quiet beauty and mystery amid the high-stakes glamour. Her voice and graceful presence added a layer of romance and nostalgia, making that fleeting encounter feel like a perfect prelude to the adventure ahead. In 2026, Minnie Driver is 56 years old. She continues to shine in television and film, balancing acting with her passion for music. Irina may have been a small role, but her enchanting performance lingers as a gentle reminder of the sophistication and subtle charm that defined the Bond world. It still evokes that warm sense of wonder we felt back in 1995. Thanks for watching. If GoldenEye still holds a special place in your heart, like, subscribe, and share your favorite memory in the comments below.